Hello. And sorry, I hate to break this to you. Our oceans are dying. You know, it's there's lots of stuff going on. Climate change is one, and I don't know if you know this. The way climate change works, CO2 in the air. CO2 in the air gets absorbed by the ocean. Now, CO2 dissolved in water is acidic. So the oceans, in addition to warming, are also acidifying. Lots of changes going on in the ocean. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dead ocean. Hyperbolic title. Well, we'll see, won't we? The oceans certainly are resilient, but we are in the middle of the sixth mass extinction, uh, so called. Don't love the name, but it's definitely happening. And ocean animals, they have gone extinct and will continue to go extinct in the future. There is no reason why it cannot happen now. In fact, I'm certain that it is. But the ocean, right? Big place. Lots of fish in the sea, as they say. And it is fairly resilient. More resilient than the land, because things in the ocean are fairly uniform, much more than on, you know, the continents. But it's not invincible, okay? A lot of the oxygen that we breathe is created by these little microorganisms that have these hard silicate shells, and as the ocean acidifies, those shells have been thinning and thinning and thinning, and eventually they will just dissolve away. Now, it's hard to say exactly what will happen, but needless to say, this kind of massive disruption is going to be a little bit disruptive. It's not ideal. And there is a little bit, I would say, fear mongering is a fair characterization. Uh, when you talk about these issues with the ocean acidifying, of people saying that we're going to run out of oxygen. Now, it's possible that the ocean could become an oxygen sink and oxygen levels will lower. That does not mean we will run out of oxygen. We can survive at lower than 20%, which is what it is at sea level. Where I grew up, it was more like 17. We can go pretty low. Now, obviously, it's still not great, but here's the other thing. So right now, the ocean produces about as much oxygen as it consumes. The primary producers, the photosynthesizers, produce oxygen. The animals in the ocean consume the oxygen, turn it into carbon dioxide. That could change, but if there's a die off of photosynthesizing life in the ocean, there will also be a corresponding die off of, animal life in the ocean. And it is possible that that won't quite balance out. I'm getting a little in the weeds here. I think you get the idea. Other changes that will be happening to our oceans is in the tropics, coral is going to be destroyed. I mean, coral just won't be able to survive. It's just too hot. And the acid doesn't help either. So coral will become rarer, it'll become younger, and the reefs will move north and south where they can, and we should help them along in that. The the true conservation fight when it comes to saving the coral is not in saving the reefs that exist. We need to move them. We need to create new reefs as things move along. Now, the same thing will happen to kelp forests in the temperate regions. The kelp forests are going to move north and south to the Arctic regions. And the Arctic regions, their ecosystems are screwed. They're gone. you know, Down in Antarctica, there's already been significant crab migration uh, into the Antarctic seafloor underneath the ice, which is a very unique ecosystem that's been isolated from the rest of the planet for I I want to say millions, but that's just off the top of my head, so I don't know if that's actually accurate. So take that with a grain of salt. But it's they've been around a long while, and research has shown that the areas in which these crabs have moved in, they've just been decimated. I mean, not quite decimated. It's more 80% is the figure that's stuck in my mind. Now, this problem is almost certainly too late to do anything about. I, I hope I'm wrong about that, but it seems like the radical transformation of the oceans is assured. Because so far, a lot of our climate change activity has been absorbed by the ocean. The oceans are heating up faster than the land because water is it's like a heat battery, it soaks it up. So a lot of the heating that we've been seeing has been in the ocean already. And that's going to continue, but it is reaching a limit. So once that limit is reached, the extra warming is going to affect the land even more. So I guess I just want to get the word out that this is happening. you know, cephalopods and jellyfish are doing okay. So we'll have plenty of squids and octopus and jellyfish. But regular fish, I mean, I don't want to predict too much because the ocean is a big system. Lots of things are happening, lots of moving parts. So who knows exactly how it'll pan out? But it's not it doesn't look good. Okay, and if you don't know already, as a recording, it is 2024. The ocean temperatures have just been off the charts crazy. They were last year too, but they're continuing. So I don't know. Like I just feel like enough people aren't talking about this. People don't know about this. I just want to get you ahead of the curve. It's like, lucky you. Yep. Look at you. You know something. Isn't that useless? Don't you feel powerless and insignificant? Um, I don't know. I've been Appleby. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me how stupid I am, please. I want it. I need your hatred. Give it to me.